Hey everyone, before we start the video, I want you guys to go and check out Animal Crossing Reanimated. It's a very fun project that gets a team of animators to animate each scene from the Animal Crossing movie. The project as a whole pays homage to the Animal Crossing games, and we need your help. If you're an animator and can create a scene for this project, then I highly recommend you go check it out. And if you aren't one, or just want to help out spread the word, go share this video to them and make sure to check it out. As always, links to the project and all that mentioned are down below in the description, and if you join my content, make sure you click the subscribe button and bell button to be the first to see when I upload my videos. Once again, thank you for watching my content, and then now let's move on to the video. With the final content update hype train coming to a close, and after Grand Fest ended with a bang, the final season had officially arrived, and as a Tableturf snob, I was expecting something to be added alongside new weapon kits. Sure, I'm all hyped for third kits and down for it, but my main problematic concern is literally no new ranked mode. Moray never coming back thanks to Lemuria Hub being the very last map, and most importantly, no Tableturf ranked series. It sucks! Tableturf already has a small cult following and such, but I believe it'll be forgotten when the next game arrives, and then people would say, what the heck is Tableturf Battle? Come on Nintendo, please make Tableturf great again. Wait, wrong quote, but let's move on. With all that hated rant aside, I'm now ready to talk about how great these next Tableturf cards, and to be frank, they overall seem okay in only certain new maps from Fresh Season, which is why I'll talk about them shortly other than the two new Tableturf weapon cards I'll be talking about. As per usual, on screen is what I go over and what I say is all in my opinion, so be nice to me about this. With all that out of the way, I hope you guys subscribe and enjoy the video. Number 253, Custom Range Blaster. Now believe it or not, it seems like this long-range blaster card can be good like the original, but however this kinda deems useless as not much average as one can be. I would definitely not use this if you're wanting to play around with girder compatible cards, but cards with bad synergy doesn't mean it's also bad in the meta, but still, at least this weapon card deserves a fighting chance. C tier. Number 254, Bamboozler 14 Mark II. Yep, still underrated, and only good and another wall combo with less potential than their counterparts. Again, instead of this or the normal Bamboozler, go with the Splatoon Wiper Deco, or Stamper Deco, as that at least worries about narrow areas. I want to say F tier as it's the same rank as the original version, but I'll be nice and consider this one D tier. Number 255, Custom Hydra Splatling. Other than combining that custom Hydra Splatling with the other Hydra Splatling, in box seats of course, it seems like we've been wanting a mirrored version of this and now, wish granted. But however, this can lead to some good combos, but good luck mastering them with a Juven Wall combo. However, really overshadowed by other heavyweights, but really okay in terms of starter cards. C tier. Number 256, Heavy Edit Splatling Nouveau. Call this a tiny altered version of the Ultra Stamp, but well heavier. Like the vanilla Heavy Edit and the Splatter Shot combo, it also works similarly with the T-Tech Splatter Shot, and considering this to be good in walls like its predecessor, it also can be well impressive wall combo at aggro and still might be a better 12 space horizontal card. Just don't test your luck against a Rapid Blaster or a Splat Charger. B tier. Number 257, Custom Dousel Dualies FF, or Double F for short. Where do I even begin with this one? Alright, well this is really bad, and I've seen worse than Octo Sniper. While it lacks card synergy, it at least makes up for it in terms of crushing wall combo cards, and half of these can be alright. It just doesn't work in the majority of the maps, albeit way worse than an F tier card. As a matter of fact, it stays an F tier. Say what you will about it, I don't think this deserves a redemption arc in tournaments. Number 258, Recycled Grella 24 Mark II. I wouldn't say it's that good now, but for the record, it's comparingly the same as its original counterpart. Like the two Tri-Stinger cards itself, they are diagonally good in checkerboard decks, but for the incorrect reasons. It's minorly okay in Over the Line, and as like most cards, you can actually gain 2 special blocks turn 1 with this card alone. Just slap a Horobos or Octard and there you go, C tier. Number 259, Wellstream V, or Wellstream 5 if you want to call it that way. Most likely versatile and underused, this can actually be a well-balanced card for checkerboard decks, but they're horrible as a starting card right off the bat. It does have a special block inside, which is the reason why they can lose clashes, with some benefit. Only downside, it needs better card combos that can press your opponent. Great playmaker, but less aggro-wise. B tier. Number 260, Custom Wellstring V. Rather than having this counterpart card focus inside of the shape, but rather in the corner, as this one combos off pretty well for a mix of diagonal and cornered decks. Still, it also works like it's originally intended to be, and while this underrated heavyweight is okay at times of farming, just extra little jud for good corner cards. C tier. Number 261, Mint Decapitator. Seems like Curling Bob got itself a massive upgrade than the original. Mint Decapitator does an amazing job on both representing its presentation in-game, and also how this can be another heavyweight to counter some cards that are more into cornering in each map. It's also great for covering gaps like Scallop if you want extra space, unlike Splash Chargers, as their spots shouldn't be that narrow at all. A tier. Number 262, Charcoal Decapitator. Same as the last one, this mirror card isn't that much viable, but at least alright, and would be impressive to add a splash mob to it on the wall. Better known about it is when it wallops a few checkerboard decks. It's a substitute for cards like Dynamo for narrow maps, and never too shabby if you want to run with it. This toothbrush sword gets an A tier. Number 263, Krusty Sean. This heavyweight card is by far my most interesting one of all, since this diagonal has some synergy in between. Like most blasters, a Toxic Mist, and even an Octostamp, it relies on corners in most maps to even stand a chance against other rare heavyweight cards. In Cracker Snap, playing this on turn 1 literally is broken right next to Pearl, and maybe others like Joe, Ouroboros, and most likely Captain or Octavio. In my opinion, since it not only corners the middle part of the map, but also lets other diagonal cards like Hype Manta Storm Big Man, Triple Link Strike, and S-Blast squeeze on through for better results. Well, correction, not quite for S-Blast, because it actually stays in the corner, and then in the next turn, you might need like pretty much any card that can go around with it. But good luck trying to master that shit. A tier. Number 264, the Earth Sign Anomaly number 3, aka Big Mr. Grizz. Well, Pearl and Marina aren't the only ones with 18 spaces. This seems to be similar between Oct and Marina fused together. You can play it just like how you play both Oct and Marina, but here's the catch. You gotta rely on it towards base combo more. Either way, this actually surprisingly goes well in Sticky Thicket, and you can use your Splash Charger cards for an impressive moment in Tableturf. If only Little Judd gets his paws on this card, that would have spelled trouble and would spark a theory. Lastly, this is also a great starter on both X Marks and Sticky Thicket combined. Believe me, it could have been better than Double Gemini. 7-run theories aside, this card is just me versus the world. A tier. I'm sorry for that pun. I'll stop with the puns on that one, even in future videos. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. Number 265. Joe, I mean Megalodontia. Okay, last one for real. Last one. I'm sorry. The translators got me, okay? Aside from getting its name in Japan to be translated to Joe, it's a mega version of Maz and sort of okay to place in walls. While it is wider than Maz, it lacks the ability to pressure your opponent, and it has some weaknesses of getting clashed by long line cards that can easily be, well, you get the point. If you're wanting to pressure your opponent with this card, play it in the early game, and pretty much in endgame, unless you're trying to squeeze through with it in certain maps. However, this is way broken in maps like Thunder Point, Sticky Thicket, and even Lakefront. Although, no joke, if your opponent plays at turn 1, it's all over now. You might as well just quit the game and give up. Nah, I'm just kidding, but play how you like. S+, that's all. And number 266, Overlorder. Aside from this being Smollusk's final form, this heavyweight isn't considered bad if you actually place it well with another medium card to pair up with. Its base combo is what you gotta worry about, and okay for it to be next to other heavyweight starting cards. It's actually that short, since combining it with Grizz or Ouroboros in certain maps do cause an error on your opponents. It's okay for aggro plays though, but you better watch your distance with it. A tier. And that's every single Tableturf card ranked from 1 to 266. We may or may not get newer cards all because of third kits, but let me be clear. When Splatoon 4 comes out, I not only want Tableturf to come back, but also be its separate mobile game where you unlock some rewards from the app, and it can be transferred into your game, just like how Disney Club Penguin did a long time ago. And maybe in the future, I can work on something similar to that in a concept video in the future. Now, before I finally end this whole thing off, Let me be clear that some of you don't play Tableturf competitively or casually, and I get it, it's fine. But to be frank, I want to point out how good it is and almost how it feels to play them. Noteworthy, most competitive players don't get a lot of recognition at most, and I want to actually change it. I want competitive Tableturf to expand more, and see how it is in the meta. There are a few fans of Tableturf out there, and if you're watching this video, guys, just join Tableturf Battle Server. I hope you guys do so, and moving on, I was expecting good cards to come up, and they were actually here. I do want to point out that there should be some quality of life changes to be added in the next game, and I hope Tableturf Ranked can exist. Please, Nintendo, hire us or something. But in the end, we might get something new if possible, but maybe. Let's just hope there's a new thing coming to Tableturf, even after Sizzle Season 2024. Anyways, this is Kai3212, signing off.